All right, y'all. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the 16s and Things. This is episode 49. 49. And today's show, I have with me Q the Question, the owner of SKE record label. He's an artist manager. You got your promo company. Is that Q the Question promo? Or is
Yep,
Q the
yep, yep. Cue the question promotions, as publicist promoter, the whole nine.
Yeah, so he's a busy man, y'all. He's a very busy man, but well, I like to call him a hip hop purist, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And on this show, we talk hip hop and we talk sports. So we're gonna
Right.
get into, what's going on lately. Oh, you know what? Before I
Yeah.
gotta shout out to Tribe Called Quest,
Right.
for getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is well overdue. Well overdue. So
Right.
shout out
Right. Right.
Quest, one of my favorite hip hop groups ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's well deserving. So Q, what's up, man? What you been up to? I know you always on the grind.
Man, it's crazy. I just got done promoting, man, because man, I got like 4 promo campaigns are running together, man. So I just been grinding, man. Now that the company's quote unquote blowing up, I've been hiring a couple young boys, man, to give them little jobs, ride around, put up some posters, man, put a couple dollars in their pocket, man. So I just did a couple interviews, job interviews with these young boys, and I was telling the one young boy, like, look, man, even though this is quote unquote not a big job, I love the fact that we met up at a little Starbucks and you came with a shirt and tie on. You know what I mean? So your presentation is everything, especially, as black men, we already stereotyped the crazy. So none of them damn Nike sweatpants and New Balances and them damn ski masks. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I'm so sick of them damn ski masks.
yeah, like yo, are you gonna come to rob me or are you gonna motherfucking do business with me? That's crazy if he was to show up like that, but that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
up.
yeah. Yeah. So we just met up, man, and I just gave because now you can't hoard your money, man. Obviously, I'm big on laws of attraction, and not to get too much off subject, but it's like I be doing so much, man. I got family. You stress yourself out trying to hoard all the money yourself, and you still because outside of just doing music, you still got regular life, that you got to handle. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you trying to like just keep all the money to yourself. I was like, nah, I'm making enough money right now. I'm getting a lot of work. Let me just pay some people to put on staff because there's just too much going on. So I sat down with the young boy. He gonna start this week, and you know what I'm saying? He got a little car, and he was just like, yeah, I could do that. So we already grinding. I gave him some flyers. New show in Archer right now. The time is always right. So we got some posters, flyers, and he getting to work.
Yeah, man, I'm bullshitting, man. I gotta get some flyers for my merch, man. My piece over everything shit, man. I gotta work
Holla at
on
me,
that.
man. Holla at
Yeah,
me. Come on, man. You my man. I cut you a deal, man. Holla at me. I got you.
yeah. I definitely need to work on that. That's definitely coming up real soon. Real shit, real shit. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, so we're gonna jump right into this, man. This hip hop beef, it has the hip hop industry and the fans just all over the place. Some people are Drake, some people with Kendrick. I mean, Kendrick just dropped the joint today. We're gonna get into that.
Yep.
But first, I wanna ask you, man, like with not only with the diss songs between Drake and J. Cole and Rick Ross and Kendrick, but we got some diss songs from others like Chris
Right.
Brown versus Quavo and
Right.
Kanye jumped in it and all this. And it just started. I had to question this shit. Like, yo, like, do you feel like some of this shit be like manufactured?
It's funny, man, because did you see that clip on the Shade Room? I didn't watch the whole interview, but it was a clip on the Shade Room with the baby, and he was saying how like some rappers actually hit him up like, yo, can I pay you to start like a fake beef? He had to turn it down like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. You know what I mean? So it really, the fact that he said that he's on a major platform, it really I do think some beefs are definitely like, I don't want to say genuine or real, but they are real, but it really do make you question a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Right, especially nowadays because you know you could have a hot album out, or you can have a hot clothing item out, or whatever products or whatever, but it just seemed like people still need to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? They still need
Right,
to
right.
create some type of viral moments or something like that to keep them relevant. And it's just like, yo, I don't know. I guess that's because we in the social media area, but I definitely did see that clip that you're talking about the baby, and I'm telling you, I was thinking about this way before I seen that clip, because I was like, yo, this shit just getting too goofy. Like everybody is trying to jump in the diss songs and the beef, and I'm like, yo, wait a minute, these
It's
dudes is
so
already
crazy
rich.
now though, because it's so crazy now, man, because we live in like this 24/7 news cycle where people just got to constantly have like a viral moment instead of just focus on the music that makes you relevant over a long period of time anyway. So it's just crazy, man. You know what I mean? But I will say this though, man. Like I was watching the whole Quavo, Chris Brown, watching academics break that whole thing down, and I was just like, man, it's kind of crazy how, like, as much as I hate to say this, when you look at a lot of these beefs, when you get down to the nitty gritty, for some strange reason, it always ties back to a woman and being involved.
I knew you was gonna say it. Yam sauce,
Even
yo.
from the streets to rap beef, any major beef involves a woman some way or form.
All the time, yo. You know, wars, if you know history, wars were started over women. Yam sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And it's crazy, yo. Like, it's crazy that neither one of them guys are even with that chick, right? They not
right.
with the chick they talking about, right? I'm talking about Chris Brown and Quavo. They not even with that.
Nothing. I don't think so. I mean, from what, as far as the quote unquote latest news, I don't think so.
See, that's
Not at the
crazy.
moment.
That's crazy. And it's just like Chris Brown came out of nowhere with that. And I'm thinking, like, I don't even think we would have got that if we didn't get this beef between Lamar and Drake. I don't think we would have got that.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
And see, that's another thing too that goes back. That, not to cut you off, that goes back to what you were saying. Like, okay, if the Drake, and I love Chris Brown as an artist, man. That last album was very, very good. Listen to his song Angels, man. I love that record. But it was crazy because I was thinking, like, man, if the Drake and Kendrick and Cole's stuff wasn't so big, would have ever came out to capitalize off that steam? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then we know 50 Cent was one of the best to ever do it. He always created drama before he had an album coming out. He did it
Right, right,
all the time. He was the best at that formula. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And it's like I'm starting to see some people is taking on like 50's formula or something like that. I don't have no proof, but I'm on the outside like a fan, just looking like this shit just looking crazy to me.
I mean, that's basically was like the whole thing of what, like, the Tekashi 6ix9ine before he kind of like just disappeared in doing him, but he was like milking that whole beef issue. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right. And then
that whole controversy. He stayed in the news.
right, which was getting him money. You know what I'm saying? He was
Right.
getting interviews, you know, which I'm sure he was getting paid for the interviews and shit like that. But yeah, but you know, he phased out. You ain't really hearing that from him no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's funny, man, because I was one of the ones, you know, that was like, nah, man, he's gonna be good because nobody really cares. But I do think like that whole rat thing does play a factor to a degree. Like people just don't like it, man. Even though it's always a big debate on what's considered a rat and this that versus law-abiding citizen. But yeah, he really just phased out, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna last a little bit longer than it would have, but I guess not.
Yeah, yeah. So overall, right? How did you feel about the Drake song that he released using the AI vocals of Tupac and Snoop? Like,
I'm gonna say this. I like genuine, real shit. I'm not really a big fan of that whole AI stuff. Drake is a legend. He had a hell of a career. I think it's gimmicky. Maybe he was on some trolling stuff, just the real Kendrick and using some West Coast MCs. To me, that was some 48 Laws of Power marketing tactic, but just the whole AI industry as a whole, man. Like I be sitting down with major labels, independent labels about signing AI artists, and I just see that shit coming and going, man. I sat down with labels, man, and actually had meetings with like, yo, what do you think of this AI artist? And it just sounds so goofy, man. You know what I mean? Was it entertaining from the Drake side of thing? Yeah, but like the whole discovering the whole AI artist is just gimmicky, man. I don't see that shit going nowhere.
Yeah, it doesn't have like staying power. Like it's like,
Right.
all right, you released that, and it was kind of like some gimmick shit, but it's just like, damn, how serious are you with this song? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's just too gimmicky, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and it's interesting that you said you sat down. It's interesting that you said you sat down with record labels to sign AR artists, and I read an article about that like sometime last year. But do you know they got? You know how on Instagram they have Fashion Nova models and shit like that. So
Right.
now you have companies that are using AI IG models to model their products. And you
Right.
know that's going to eventually take out the chicks. That's going to take the money away from the chicks that's already doing it. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So the AI shit is crazy, man, and it's crazy because I be seeing dudes commenting on AI models on IG,
That is
and I'm
so
like,
crazy to me.
yo, it says it in the bio. It says AI model, and they in the joint commenting on some damn shorty. Let me holler.
Yeah, they the type of dudes that mess with them sex dolls. Like,
Yup. Don't even care. Motherfucking started a whole relationship with a fake person. You know what I mean?
right.
But yeah, I went on a little tangent. But yo, so with Drake releasing that song, man, I don't know if you know. I think you do know. Matter of fact, I sent you the article where
Yeah,
Tupac's estate, you know, they
I
are
saw that.
threatening
I
to
saw that.
sue. Yeah, they threatening to sue Drake if he don't either pay or pull the record down, take it off the offline. Like, what you think
Right.
about that? You know,
But you
is
know
that
what though?
okay?
It's somebody as big as Drake with the status he got. I think he probably knew he was going to get a cease and desist. Come on, this is Tupac. You talk about one of the most legendary figures of all time. So I think he knew that it's a possibility that could happen. But it would just let me just release this record for the moment. You know what I mean? And when they take it down, they take it down. But we live in a social media era where it already got heard by the world, regardless anyway. You know what I mean?
Right,
And can you,
right,
even if they do send a cease and desist to take it down, this is the internet era, man. Is it really gone?
right. Because people then downloaded it, screen recorded it. You know what I mean? Then uploaded it onto their YouTube account to get views and shit like that. So yeah, it's crazy. I see what you're saying. Like Drake just did it for the wow factor. You know, it doesn't
Right.
really have staying power though. Like going back to what I said, it doesn't have that staying power. Um,
Right.
so all right, so we can
It
get
was a
into
good
the
verse on his end, but like the whole like AI Tupac, like it just
took away from
and
it.
it's not to like harp on great. It's just the AI thing, just the staying power. I just don't see that being like long term. You know what I mean? Just the whole
Right.
AI jobs and stuff, yeah. But as far as like music industry, like an AI artist gonna sell out Lincoln Financial Field one day, I just don't see that.
That's crazy, man. You showing up at a concert to watch a fucking hologram or some shit like that. Like that would be
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So since we on the Drake song and all that, did you hear the Kendrick reply? You heard it?
Yeah, I heard it. As soon as they dropped. Like, you know how like you can see like the timestamp of when something was released. Because I just be on
Yeah.
YouTube watching my podcast throughout the day, working on record promo and setting up meetings with clients and stuff like that. So like as soon as Kendrick, because you know I subscribe to Kendrick's channel, so when I saw like uploaded 22 minutes ago, I'm like, oh, Kendrick got a new joint. Let me hop on this.
Wow. Yeah. So how would you rate it? Like, you know, out of five, like, you know, one being corny and five being dope.
I would give it a 4. I won't say it's a 5, like a knockout blow, but it was like, okay, it's something to make Drake fire back. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, when I had to listen to it 3 times, And after listening to it 3 times, I said, nah, man, I'm giving it like a 3.5 or 4 out of 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's I don't think it's a 5. There's no way as a rap fan you could call it a 5. Like you just maybe you
No,
could. And I'm a Kendrick fan, not a stan, so I still got to be objective. You know what I mean? But I thought it
right,
was dope for what it was. You know what I'm saying?
right. He get a 5 for the bars, like the lyricism. I give him a 5, but like if if I'm breaking down everything about it, man, overall, to me he gets a 3.5 or 4. But the bars is a
Right.
5. The production is like a 2.5. Like,
Yeah. I wasn't crazy about the production either.
I wasn't crazy about the production was all over the place, and I just feel like when you doing this song, if you are gonna use the original beat, that beat has to come with some type of energy towards it. It's going to give you, it's going to match the work. I felt like the production didn't match the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? He had some dope lyrics, and it just didn't match. You know what I mean? Like if I could listen to the words without the beat, I'd be cool. Or if they was to
Right.
put that shit in, like I said to my homie, I said, yo, man, I think they should have used the classic beat. You know what I'm saying? Just throw it out real quick. Don't even use the original. Use a hard, something hard. You know what I'm saying? Classic beat, and just let Kendrick run through it and say his bars. You know what I mean? But other than that, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about it. You know what I mean? I'm sure Drake going to respond pretty soon because he's been very active. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, he should. So we just going to see where it go.
Right. Well, since today's topics, we talking about beef songs and stuff like that. I want to ask you, what's your top 3 diss songs in hip hop?
I would say, because I actually had these conversations all the time. I would say, Hit 'Em Up, No Vaseline, Ether, and my honorable mention is Second Round Knockout.
Now,
as an honorable mention, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, those first 3, I choose the same 3. Yo, I don't think that's talked about a lot. That Second Round Knockout.
He was killing it,
man, and that song ended up being a kind of like a hit song for Canibus.
Yeah,
like
it was like a semi-hit. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Back then, you could listen to it in the club. It's crazy. Like, yeah, that's slept on. I definitely agree with that. Damn, I'm trying to think of an honorable mention now. Like, you caught me off guard with that one.
Yeah.
It's so many. It's so many though. You know what I mean? But I'd rather Kendrick. I think he should have used like No Vaseline beat for the reply.
Yeah,
man.
but you know what though? You say he should have used that beat or like, because you still want to make your own legacy too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, but it just I just wasn't feeling that beat, man. That joke. Right. I just wasn't feeling it, man. And I'm a fan. Like you said, I'm a fan.
Yeah, you one of like the early Kendrick fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember mixtape Kendrick, man. So like, yeah, I don't know, man, but yeah, I agree with you with your 3 that you picked for top hip hop diss songs. Yo, we're gonna get into some sports shit right now.
Oh yeah, right now, ready for that.
I gotta ask you. I know the Sixers game is on right now. They down by 3 by the Knicks, and I know you a Sixers fan. Yo,
Eagles, Sixers, come on.
Do you see them going home tonight? Is it a wrap, or is they going to?
Man, I'll say this, man. Hopefully we can pull it off. But even if they do win tonight, to be objective, put my bias away. Even if they do win tonight, the Knicks probably gonna get them out of here, man. I mean, I don't know what it is. I am a huge Joel Embiid fan. I really believe he's the most talented center of all time. Keyword, most talented center, because I argue with this with people all the time on social media. But this whole trust in the process, man, I don't know. I just don't know what we're missing, man. Because I believe Embiid is the key piece, but it's like we missing something else as a team. You know what I mean?
They're missing that third option to score. They don't. You can't count Tobias. He's inconsistent. He don't show up in the playoffs. He barely show up in the fucking season. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it. You already got Embiid, the number one option. He's dominating on the court. Then Maxey, his talent is just going up and up. And then you look after that, who's there? Nobody.
It's funny, man. It's funny you say that. No, it's funny you say that because me and my man was talking about like who the best team in the league. Me personally, I think the Nuggets is going to win it all again. And it goes back to what you said. Like you got the Joker, who's just a beast. I didn't see that coming. And like I said, he got Murray, he got Gordon. Like you gotta have that. You gotta have that extra option, man. You do, man. You do.
Yo, listen.
Like the Ben Simmons, that didn't work out. You know what I mean? They had to move on from that. But and I was rocking my Embiid shirt the other day, man. I found this dope ass Joel Embiid shirt from Burlington Coat Factory like 2 months ago for $10. Dope ass joint. Yes, I still shop at Burlington. That joint was fire, but man, I don't know what it is.
Burlington, yo. Don't sleep.
Come on, man. Yeah, Burlington and Ross down Center City. Come on. Matter of fact, I got this from Ross. Look at this Eagles windbreaker I got on. I got this from Ross.
Yeah, I like that, John.
Man, let me tell you something. I got so much Eagles stuff, it makes no damn sense, yo.
Right. Yo,
I got so much Eagles stuff, it's ridiculous.
Yo, so since you're talking about the Eagles right now and the NFL draft just concluded, how you feeling, man? What they did with their draft picks, man? How you feeling?
I like it, man. It's funny, man, because didn't they draft like a white cornerback out of Iowa?
Yeah.
Yo, who was like the last white cornerback? Like last one I remember was like Jason Sehorn. Like
Jason Sehorn. That's all I remember.
And he was pretty good.
Oh yeah. He held it down. He held that position with the Giants for I think at least six seasons or more.
Yeah, he was a starter. Yeah, so I do think they need. Yeah. So I do think the secondary was just a disaster last year. Obviously, I like the linebacker Jeremiah Trotter, his son. You know, why not build that legacy? Hopefully that could turn into something. He was a 4th round pick, but you know what I always say, it don't matter as long as you get picked and you get a spot on that roster. Cool, man. But I'm satisfied with what we're doing, man. You know what I mean? And AJ Brown just redid his new deals, so we locked in. So they going to compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I was happy to see that they used a lot of their picks for defensive picks, linebackers, corners. I see they got a couple of offensive linemen and two receivers, and they grabbed a running back, which he's okay. The running back from Clemson.
Right.
Yeah, I watch college football, so I'll be knowing a lot of these guys. But that running back, they didn't need that pick. They could have used that pick on someone else. He was an average college running back. So, you know, I don't know.
But you know what, though? That's what makes the draft so crazy because you got dudes that was like the man in college, Jamarcus Russell types, and they come to the league and boom. And then you got dudes that got late round picks like Kelsey for the Eagles, Shannon Sharp, Brady, late round picks, and they became the. So you never know. You know what I mean? To be fair.
That's true. Hey, you're right. I mean, you look at a guy like Boston Scott. I don't even know if he got drafted. He might have been, you know, somebody they picked up in the free agency or whatever. He just made the team. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, you're right. But I'm very happy about their picks. They got like an A+. When I was on ESPN looking at the grades of each team, Eagles got like an A+, man. A lot of people was hating.
But you know what, though? That's the one thing you got to give the Eagles credit. Like, people got to understand. And, me and my homie talk about this all the time. Like, it's 30 teams. What was it? 32 teams, right?
Right.
Only one team is going to win that trophy every year, hold up that trophy every year. So it's all about your team competing year in and year out to give you that hope that they could win it, because only one team holds that thing up at the end of the year. And it's all about competing. And to the Eagles' credit, the Eagles know how to draft.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's they. I can't even front. They always they had a good draft last year. You know, it seemed like
Right.
they was drafting with the last 2 years. They drafted a lot of Georgia players off that defense.
Right.
Yeah, it was looking like, damn, go to Georgia, go become an Eagle and shit.
Right.
Yeah, Howie does a good job, man. I respect how he moves, yo. Howie be balling with the trades and the draft picks.
Man, he knows how to sell the deal, man. Because you rock with the Eagles, right?
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so like I said, I've been an Eagles fan since 7 years old, man. So I've been through the rough years. So a lot of times, man, when they disappoint me, I remember those years, Mike Mamula and shit like that. Them years, I was still rocking.
Oh my!
You know what
God.
I mean?
Big time bust.
Oh yeah, he ain't do nothing, right?
Yeah, big time. But I remember him, man. He wore that stink ass 59 jersey, I think.
Ain't get nothing popping. Nothing popping.
They hyped him up big time, man. I was like, come on, man. That was crazy.
Yeah. You gotta think them years from like what it was like 96 to 99. Oh man, it was horrible. So like I said, man, I think it's gonna be an exciting season. I was disappointed because I was convinced we was going to the bowl this year at 10-1. I was like, nah, we going all the way. And my boy, he a Cowboys fan, so he a natural Eagles hater. He like, I'm telling you, man, y'all not that nice. That record is flawed. And we saw what it was once the playoffs started.
Right. The Cowboys is fucked up, yo. They're not looking good, man. Like they just signed Zeke Elliott again. Like they bad, man. His career is pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the craziest thing about running backs, though, man, because it's like they really have like a time, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a small time frame. Like it's so crazy because like a lot of times when you in the NFL, your second deal is usually like your big deal. And what's so sad about running backs is like, okay, they ran into the fucking ground by the time they 25, 26. So by the time they on a second deal, they might not even get the whole contract because they already burnt out at 25, 26. Like, and it was funny, man. I was thinking about I was looking at some stats. Like, it's funny we on this topic of running backs because I was looking at like some of the OG running backs like Thurman Thomas and Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders. And them dudes was doing like 300 to 350 carries a season. Like, running backs in them days was really workhorses, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, crazy. Jerome Bettis, them dudes was getting like 400 carries, yo. Crazy.
Yeah, and it was durable. So sometimes I think like, okay, running backs do have a short lifespan, but at the same time, do you think even though they got ran like workhorses back then, probably because they built their body up just to take the punishment, where these days they not doing that because sports medicine is more advanced now, but it still makes you question like that short lifespan of a running back, even though running backs is still the shortest career during any era. But I was looking at Thurman, like Barry Sanders in 98 had like damn near 350 carries. Like Thurman Thomas in like 93 and 94, 330 carries. I'm like, God damn.
Them dudes was special individuals, though. You know what I'm saying? They was special, man. They legends that you named. You know what I mean? Like
Adrian Peterson, he's like the last of like that dying breed of like workhorse. But you don't got those. Now you got two back systems. So you Jim Brown, but I'm like, man, like, yeah, you're right. They was different breeds.
It's different breeds, man. Like, the modern athlete is spoiled, man. Like, they because technology, technology has groomed them to be divas.
Right.
Like, man, I'm not working out in that heat, man. I'm going in the, I'm like they got too much technology and too much money too. You know,
It does social media, the likes, it strokes the ego, then yeah.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Yo, man, but before we go, I want to ask you this one question, right? Um,
Right.
are you a little Uzi fan?
Is I'm a Uzi fan?
Yeah.
That's not really my demographic, but I support what he's doing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, act like he ain't got no songs that I don't like. But I'm
Mhm.
like a lot of the songs that he did with Don Toliver and what's that other dude name? Internet Money. Like I like those records, but I'm not gonna say like I'm breaking my neck to listen to Uzi. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And the
But I
reason why
support what
I
he's
asked,
doing. I'm just thinking like the young bulls love him. You gotta think I'm a little older, like you know what I mean. So I'm not
right,
break. That's not my demographic. You know what I mean? But I do like some of his songs.
computer, but it is what it is, man. But I was just had to ask you that question. um, was you fucking with Lil Uzi and the fact that they was calling him the hip hop version of Prince, and I was just like, yo, the fans are tripping, yo. He ain't, he's not Prince, man. Prince is there's only one Prince, yo.
Yeah. Prince is in a league of his own, man. A league of his own.
Yeah, like I'm just come on, the fuck on, like come on with that. You know what I mean?
Like that. Like I'm not the craziest Prince fan myself, but I can still respect the raw talent that he was.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you know, to look at Little Uzi and to say, okay, well, he's like the hip hop version of Prince. They only basing that shit off not even really his talent. You know, they basing that shit off his attire, the way he dressed, the things that he do
Right.
to his hair. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't what Prince was about. Like, you know, he was bigger than just the way he did his hair or the way he clothes he wore. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Right.
I thought
Right. Right.
that was kind of corny. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we could wrap things up. Man, thanks for coming on the show, man. As always,
Anytime.
you know what I mean? Let the people know where they can find you at, like your social media handles and everything.
Well, yeah, you could definitely check me out. Obviously, all the same ones. Cue the question, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, cue the question. And right now, Jada Ali just dropped a new video, sticking to the message. And Sean Archer new project is out right now. Right now, new project. The time is always right.
He pulled the
You know, so
fire
I'm
out.
still promoting, man. And shout out to all of the businesses that support me, all the tow truck companies, Johnny Bravo Towing, Angelina's Towing, that's been reaching out to me to market their companies. And when you come, hey man, when you come to the city, man, we got to link up. I got you.
Okay, bet, no doubt, man. Thanks for being on the show.
All right, yo.
All right.